literally shriveling inside your skull at this exact second. The human brain is made up of roughly 80% water. It has the consistency of firm jelly, making it incredibly vulnerable to even minor drops in your body's fluid levels. Skip a single glass of water today, and your brain's gray matter, where processing happens, begins to dry up and pull back. As the tissue contracts, dehydration causes your cognitive processing speed to plunge by up to 30%. Most people walk around unaware that their ordinary daily habits are causing structural damage to their own minds. Dehydration directly causes measurable brain shrinkage. Your daily cognitive decline starts as a physical drought. But drinking 8 glasses of water a day won't save your intelligence. Neuroscientist Dr. Lisa Mosconi points to cellular starvation and dehydration as the culprit for decline. But psychiatrist Dr. Norman Deutsch argues there is a different, mechanical requirement. Deutsch argues that physical hydration is only half the battle. Mental decline is driven heavily by a lack of novel learning and the loss of neuroplasticity. In this neural network diagram, the central node is the nucleus basalis, a control center for focus, requiring the friction of new information. Stop learning, and it shuts down, halting the acetylcholine needed to keep circuits connected. Without it, pathways fracture and disconnect. Without the friction of novel learning, the brain's electrical grid simply powers down. This neglected neural network leads to a condition scientists call the noisy brain, a state where the lack of mental exercise degrades the signal quality across your synapses. This neural network noise acts exactly like radio static. It scrambles the signals, preventing new memories or sharp thoughts from forming clearly over the background chaos. The brain responds to this noise with ruthless automation. To conserve energy, it begins physically pruning and deleting its own neural connections. You are fighting a simultaneous war on 2 fronts: physical tissue atrophy on one side and electrical neural decay on the other. If it is not forced to constantly rewire itself through difficult challenge, your brain actively dismantles its own architecture. Synthesizing Mosconi's tissue research with Deutsch's plasticity findings reveals the biological reality of cognitive health. To save your intelligence, you have to satisfy 2 separate biological requirements at once. First, you need constant daily physical hydration to keep the gray matter tissue alive, voluminous, and physically capable of processing information. This graphic shows the dual approach required. On the left, water replenishing the physical structure, and on the right, relentless, novel learning keeping the nucleus basalis firing and the electrical grid structurally sound. Neither mechanism works in isolation. The physical maintenance and the electrical challenge must occur simultaneously to halt cognitive decay. True cognitive preservation requires treating your brain as both a physical sponge that demands water and an electrical grid that demands resistance. You now understand a hidden biological reality that most people will never realize until their memory is already failing. If you want to keep seeing these weekly insights into how your biology actually works, subscribe to the channel. Scrolling past means losing access to these regular updates. Because every passing minute without action is another minute your raw intelligence evaporates.